Yeah, welcome everybody to the vernissage of this exhibition here in New York at Theatrelab, A Dream of Flying Birds, no, A Dream of Singing Birds, Flying Beds, and a Lonely Wolf. And now I will give you a very first show. I have to switch the camera, one moment. So, here, when you enter into the space, you first see the wolf of Marion. And this is the work of Adrian with the bed. Here is a video installation by Roger, followed by Sandy's bird cage with the sound installation, and two photo montage of Mona. Yeah, we can say a little bit about each artwork. So these 9 drawings are accompanied by a poem. The text is by Holger Pilze about 2 wolves. 2 wolves are living in my chest. One is black, ignorant, selfish, full of impatience and anger. He believes to be omniscient, but only revolves around himself. The other one, white, strives to live in kindness, questioning himself and the things he encounters, cultivating love and compassion for all things surrounding him, accounting for his action and inaction. Now tell me, which of the 2 wolves is stronger? The one I nourish. So Marion, do you have further information about this? It's an old legend of 2 wolves, right?
Yes. Indian.
I think it's so nice that it's in your hands if you wanna feed the good, the positive or the negative. It's such a nice legend. Yeah, I'm not sure if you go very close to these headphones, you can't hear anything, right?
No, we hear some birds, but I don't know where.
But I think this is from Roger's sound installation. So this headphone comes from the ceiling, and there are some noises from that. And Adrian, yeah, he really took the sound by himself with very special microphone, and he made a 3D audio loop. So I think this is very interesting. Yeah, and this video and sound installation. Roger, do you want to tell a little bit about your work? Roger, are you still there?
Yes, I am still here. Sorry, I'll unmute. For a few years, I've had a fascination with the Garden of Earthly Delights from Hieronymus Bosch, and thought of ways that I could make a work with it. And with this work, I've been thinking about it for a while and wanted to do something which actually talked about how good life could possibly be, as it is in the central panel of that image. And I wanted to do something which had close-ups of the work itself, which we could zoom in, and then I really like the image of Eve from the first panel and thought to have Eve looking over this garden of earthly delights would be good. At the start of the video, that's from my garden, and you kind of walk through my garden into this garden of earthly delight. And then there's some sound effects from birds and animals and a bit of music and things you can't hear at the moment on the phone, but I'm guessing you can hear the space. And then we exit through the leaves back into my garden at the end of it. So I just really wanted to do something which was about how things can actually be pretty good and life can be good. So that was my story with that one.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so do you hear a little bit of the noise of the sound?
Yeah.
If you're here, you really hear all the time these different birds and animals. So it's like really being in this garden of delight. Okay. So now, Sandy, do you want to speak a little bit about your bird cage?
Yes, so this work is a succession of my installation in Berlin, Birds Hidden, Bars Obvious, and this work specifically is called Obviously Birds. I've decided to also apply here the sound that is a recording of Jacques Prévert's poem How to Paint a Portrait of the Bird. And I've done this recording together with Moses Baxter, who is a spoken words artist from Montreal. And this is to be listened to while you're seated and can listen to the interlocked voices of Moses Baxter and myself. It is a work that I was inspired by the understanding and the longing, I would say, the longing for freedom that somehow is inside everyone's soul. But also, I hope that visitors, guests, and viewers will perceive the quality of the freedom of the infinite mind. Looking at the cage without any living being inside, but that's strongly charged with its function to actually give a place for birds, but not a real shelter. So our minds will always be much more free than the surroundings or the borders that suggest a certain framing. Yeah. Any questions, Simona?
Yeah, so when we choose this bird cage, I mean, the other day you had another one, a bigger one, and now for organizational reasons, we choose this one. And is there any reason that we really choose this old cage made out of wood?
Yes.
And you can explain a little bit this choice.
Yeah, this choice, I'm so happy because also thanks to the curator, Miss Doletzki, this was possible to actually find this cage in the United States. And then I needed also to carefully decide on which cage it will be. And of course, as in my work, I very much concentrate, especially with objects, on the patina and a certain form of age. So the story of the object, that it has lived already through, or that it was at least not, not without story, but with story, because that's what plays a huge role. That, especially nowadays, I think that that the object is also a carrier of time, of aging, of actually a succession of moments this object has experienced its function, and still carrying the energy of it to provide an impression of what it stands for. And then the new contextualization, of course, in the artwork.
The shadow is great.
Good lightning.
Yeah.
Good light.
And now we see the first image Roger told us. This is a picture of his garden, or a small impression.
Is it black and white or colorful?
No, they are all, they are green colors.
Yeah. Is there a possibility to see it at the internet? Do you put it on your website, Roger? You are mute.
Yeah, I'll put it on my website after the show is closed, just so that it's only for the show at the moment. So tomorrow, I'll put it up.
So now we're coming to the work of Mona, called Lost 3.0, the feeling of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Do you want to speak a little bit about this?
Yes, I can, but I forgot to mein Englisch vorzuführen. So
If you want, I can translate.
yeah, I tried. So I took photos of wild animals here so in the surroundings of Berlin. There are some wild horses and wilde, was sind not cows, but Büffel. In Buch, there's a reservation in Buch where they are living and cultivating the land. Ist das richtig? So I
Yeah,
took photos and put them in the center of Berlin. And there are also photos of mine which I worked on and painted on. So what I wanted to vermittle, or my intention was the feeling that they're really on the wrong place, deplatziert, deplaced.
yeah.
And for me, there's also the question, because we are also animals and part of nature, if we are also nicht artgerecht gehalten in the city, in towns.
Maybe I can go a little bit closer. This is the very central place, Leipziger Straße, Berlin. And the horse. Where exactly is it? In the back east? Yeah. So I'm really happy how it became this exhibition. So my intention was to create a space where you have these different artworks and where you can feel like in a dream world. I hope you can feel it a little bit. Okay. Does everyone has another question?
Yeah, I'd have a question, Simona. So this is going or it will be open during the weekend, right?
Yeah, so
No.
actually we had to open today and tomorrow.
Good, good.
So if you know anybody in New York, send them over. Tomorrow is the last chance to see it.
When do you close? In the evening?
So officially from 11 to 6, but I think I will be also a little bit later. There will be another performance on this floor. So maybe the people who will come to the performance will also visit this exhibition.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good.
Nice. So I will think about if I know someone in New York who's willing to come and to have a look at the exhibition, of course. First of all, thank you so much, Simona, for that big deal of organization and also preparing this exhibition. That's really great that it can happen like this, and also that we can now have an insight online. That's fantastic. And yeah, and I also hope that you had a very good time there in New York, and also having discovering the house, the place, the people, and the contact to the Theatrelab. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the tour, Simona. It was great to see the show. It came together really nicely, I think.
Nice. I didn't know that you're joining.
Yeah, I was a little bit late.
Do you want to tell a little bit about your work?
Sure, of course. So this piece is called Hörwege. Can you remind me how you translated it? You found a really great English term.
Oral pathways.
Oral pathways, exactly. And a few years ago, I was running into bat scientists while I was doing a camping trip, and they were showing me this great device that is called Bat Recorder, that is making it possible to transfer bat sounds that are ultrasonic to human audible frequencies. And I have a deep fascination with spatial orientation through sound. So I do a lot of sound art practice with multi-channel systems like surround sound or like 3D sound. And yeah, because I like this feeling of being somewhere and you're getting a sense of space through the sound, or you can compose a space through the sound. And then it's very interesting to work with bats, since they have this really different way of perceiving space, where they use sound, the sound they emit, to hear the reflections to of the space. So it's like a 3D scanning through sound and orienting this way. And so it was always to work with them. And I did, as you said, I did bat recordings with this recorder, and then I used different 3D softwares and psychoacoustic softwares to make it feel really like the bat is flying around your head. For the German speakers, bat is a Fledermaus, by the way, and they sound really beautifully. They're somewhere in between, like a clicking signal, like a telegraph signal somehow, or like a Morse code, and at the same time they sound pretty natural. And so it's somehow, if when you hear it, when you don't know the context, it's a bit between like a digital signal and a natural signal, and I find this ambiguity quite nice.
Yeah.
And so when you sit there and you can listen, it's like being having a virtual bat flying around your head, and you cannot see it. It can see the space through its ears, and you have, maybe you can have a maybe you can try to imagine how a bat might feel navigating the space.
Thank you.
Adrian, would it be possible to get a recording of that sound as well? Maybe
Of course.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
I can share a link through the email with you.
Yeah, that would be great.
It is important that you listen to it through headphones because of the psychoacoustic effects involved. It needs this left ear, right ear effect that headphones have. And I'm really happy to share it. And if you have any feedback or want to talk about it, I'm totally up for that.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
By the way, if you can see the video, we're sitting in an installation of mine in the exhibition right now.
Yeah.
I'm here with my local Kunstverein, the art club Hoher Fleming in the south of Berlin, where I'm living. And I created an installation called Cave Painting, where I cover the whole room with paper and have different events, drawing on the walls with charcoal and lipstick and UV paint and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun and a big mess, and you can see a little bit of it right now.
It's your work, this?
Yes. I mean, it was, I'm creating the installation and I'm inviting different people to participate in it. So I was working together with a group of children and with other people. So there will also be a rave happening here next week. So I try to bring a lot of different energies and human emotional situations into the space and make it fill the space through drawing. And in any of the events, I try to go back to, or to get people into like a more pre-modern, archaic state of mind and make things happen in the art club that are not happening here usually.
It sounds wonderful.
Like a sleepover party that we have tonight.
Yes.
So it's really unfortunate that it is already dark outside. Otherwise, I would have gone out with the computer to show you the sheep, the goats, the goose, and the chickens here on this barn in La Bretagne, where I am. That's Centre de Création et de Recherche La Source. It's a barn of the 17th century. It's really beautiful. A lot of old stones and nice spaces to work. Yeah.
Sounds great.
Mm.
So do you have a kind of a project you're working on?
Yes, so I'm working on sculptures. I'm working on a lot of recordings. I do a lot of field recordings at the moment. I've been already at the ocean also to record the water over there. And there is a little river here that I also recorded. I'm starting to sketch the surroundings and also the scenographic work for an opera that I'm working on, and I have the privilege to be surrounded by 8 other colleagues here that have different skills and different expertise also. And there's one dancer, one performer, 2 visual artists, and 2 musicians involved. We are having quite a strict weekly organizational mode and have 3 times our process visits, exchange and conceptual talks. And each week there are 3 workshops that some of us are given to each other, to the collective itself, in an extra space that's called the dome. It's like a bowl, it's round. Yeah, this dome.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
Right. So I will give you a last view around, and I will also take pictures and send it to you afterwards.
So much.
Thank you so much for your work, Simona.
Thank you all to participate.
Yes. Thank you. It's really great.
Yeah.
And there's a process going on because we want to have a next show in summer in the Kommunale Galerie Charlottenburg. So would be also good to stay in touch to prepare the other show in a very good way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward already. Wonderful. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
We'll do organising coming over then, which is great.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you all, and see you soon. I will be on Wednesday. Is my flight back already, and then I'm looking forward to see you in Berlin.
I am away.
Then when you're returned, when you're back in Berlin.
I'm after Easter I return. You have
Okay.
to come in Switzerland for the other exhibition.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, thank you for joining today. And now I will prepare a little bit the opening. I will put some wine here on the table, and we'll see. Hope a lot of people will come.
Yeah.
I cross my fingers.
Yes, I hope also.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Simona.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Greetings to the others.
Yes.
Talk to you soon.
Soon.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Richard, do
Oh,
you
yes.
just take 1
Yes.
minute?
I can. Yeah. Hello. Good to see you.
I want to ask, how was the exhibition? All was good. It's finished now, yeah?
It's finished. It did go well. We didn't sell many works. There was a few that went to, and the money from that just went to support the gallery. But yeah, a lot of people came. Your work was quite interesting because people would come and look at it and think, oh, stand at a distance from it. And then when people came up close to it and started reading it, then lots of other people started engaging as well, which was really good. Yeah, it did work very well in a very subtle way.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
And you went works. You are what you sell? No, what you say first? Sorry. You have sell a lot of works? No.
Not many.
No.
We sold 3. There were 3 works that sold, and so those then that went to support the gallery. So it kind of covered its costs, I think, which is good. Yeah, it did go quite well. I was very happy with it. The person who owns the gallery was very happy as well. So
Yeah.
which is
You had to pay. Yes, in Melbourne you say that always in every areas you have to pay.
Yeah.
Schade.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That the people they sell the work, they don't have this money. No, they give it for the rent. No,
For the rent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. there was a couple of works from Poland that got sold, and one from Australia. So that's it. Just helps out with the cost of the gallery. And I now have your work. Would you like me to bring it back for you when I come over?
Yes, if it's easy, yes. Maybe you can make it in a little roll in the suitcase. No? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's yeah. What you do with this work? You have a, was heißt das, eine Verwendung? Do you have a possibility there, something with this work, an idea?
Well, I would like to show it again.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, yeah. If you want to show it, yeah, okay. So take it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That would be good.
Yeah. No, I don't need it. It's but if you have some photos, so with the people there, so a little bit that so gallery atmosphere. Do you have some?
I put them up on the website. I'll send you the link.
Yeah. Sehr good. Okay. When you come?
Yeah. I'm thinking of coming over. Probably maybe 4th of June. I'd arrive, and for the installation in Charlottenburg, and then stay in Berlin for a while, and then visit friends and people in the UK, and also go to see people in Serbia. And then I'm looking at the flights back from Berlin after the show has finished in so I'll be there for
3 months.
3 months. Yeah.
Wow.
A bit of time will be out in the UK and in Serbia. Probably spend about 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks away from Berlin. Just to see. So if I could have a sleep at your house occasionally, that would be very much appreciated.
If it's I think in this time in June there is nobody here. I think it's possible. Yeah.
Thank you.
So or we find something. I am a little bit. I have a little bit to rent now. My my rooms. But I don't look for people, yeah? I don't write how high here is a room. But if somebody wants rent, I have to do it. I have no chance because in the moment I don't can pay my rent.
It seems.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah.
You have read me then. Yeah, okay.
And that's a link to Stephen's Facebook page, and I'll be putting up more images as over the next few days. But yeah, these pictures from Stephen's show work really nicely, I think.
Okay, what I make it here. Yeah, now I see. Great. I like this. I have to tell you something. Where you are? Sorry, not mine. Now, sorry. I don't. I now in this time I have two days more for finish the Christ way.
Yeah. Wow. Yes.
Yeah. 40 images, so big ones. So
yeah.
And there is one and for these scenes, yeah, I make my scenes always in the computer.
Yeah.
So the preparation, how I want, make the composition, yeah, the image. And I take photos from the internet, from my photos, and I put it together and make the arrangement from the scene.
Yeah.
And I have one scene is when Christ died at the Kreuz, yeah, genau. And down there are a lot of people. So I put people together, and so you too, this photo where you make
Good. I can't wait to see this.
yeah. Now I think at the end,